Hey guys, okay, in this week's edition of FIY, we are talking about something that is very, very common amongst a lot of Malaysians out there. You know, okay, biasa lah, you buy a new car and you're really excited, and one of the first things that you want to do is definitely to find something to go on here, because we live in Malaysia. It's a land of sunshine and it's really, 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 really hot. So we normally, what we normally do is we find tints to go for our cars. So we are here with 3M, and they're going to show us two of their products that does two different things. One basically has very good heat rejection values, and the other one, well, it protects the driver from the harsh teeth of criminals out there who's trying to break into their cars. I'm borrowing two cars from Astro Awani. One is this Baby Sonic owned by Amira, my colleague, and she's a girl obviously, so we're going to find something that suits her, so something safer, something that would give her parents the comfort of knowing that their daughter is in fact safe driving in this cocoon that has tints that will be able to protect her from the baddies out there. And this lovely Volkswagen Beetle here is owned by our entertainment editor Shazwan Zakaria. Now, he's a guy who doesn't like to sweat. He's very stylish, so we're going to try and find him something that will be as comfortable as one can be in a car, even if you're in direct sunlight. So we're going to see what 3M has in store for these two cars right now. Right then, when in the market for the right solar film for your car, of course, one of the key points that one would consider is how much cooler will your car be when parked in the sun once you've got the solar film on. Now, the general rule that people seem to think is that the darker the films are, the less heat you're going to have in the car. Well, that may not be true all the time. Now, okay, let's see the simple test here. I've got a white sheet of paper and I've got two solar films that have been mounted on glass here. Alright, so the first one here is darker than the second one here. Alright, to compare, look at that. That's dark. The one behind is darker than the one in front. Alright, and you can see it on the white sheet of paper. Now, and what we have here is an infrared light, similar to the ones that they use in medical applications, and what it does is it's actually pretty warm. Now, you can't feel the heat, but I can definitely feel my hand cooking here. Well, not cooking lah, but it's kind of hot, right? And what we have in front of me here is a British thermal unit measuring device. Now, this device measures exactly how many BTUs that this light is emitting right now. So at the moment, it's putting out about 200 to 201 BTUs. Now, that is between this distance with the light on, and there's nothing in between. That is the reading I'm getting. Now, what did I say earlier about having a darker film? Alright, the first film I'm going to pull out is a darker film. Alright, so with the darker film, I'm getting a reading of 126. Now, don't forget, without the film, I'm getting about 200. Now, with the film, I'm getting about 126. So yes, the film is helping the car feel cooler inside, despite the fact that the sun is blaring in. Well, it's not red sun, but you know, the sun is blaring outside, and you could feel the car is significantly cooler with darker film. However, one would then think that if it's a lighter film, you're definitely going to get, well, higher readings, right? Well, this is the crystalline line from 3M, and I'm getting a reading of nearly 32. So despite the fact that this one emits, or rather allows more light to come into the car, this one allows less heat to come into the car, despite the fact that it's not as dark as the first film. So, myth or fact? Darker film is better than lighter film? Well, you decide. But I think I've proven something here, right? Now, VLT. Those three letters you must remember when you're in the market and selecting the right solar film for your car. What does VLT stands for? VLT stands for Visible Light Transmitted. It means that out of the 100% of sunlight that comes into your car, when it passes through the solar film, how many percent of that then gets into the car and how many percent is then pushed out? Okay. Now JPJ has stated that for anything that's on the windscreen, you need a value of 70% and above, and for anything other than the windscreen, you've got 50%. So those are the figures that you must always remember when choosing your solar film. Now, you can choose many different solar films, and it doesn't mean that when you walk into a shop, all you need to do is to choose, oh, how many percent VLT that you want to go for your car. It doesn't work as simple as that, because different car manufacturers would have pre-treatment for their glass surfaces. Now, for example, Shazwan's car came in here with a greenish tinge on its on his side mirrors as well as on his rear glass. It's because it's got a pre-treatment that adds a layer of tinting already in there. So what you have to do is, when you come into a reputable shop like 3M, the guys here will be able to advise you what is the best solution and best product for you to choose based on what you drive into the shop with. Now, they are going to be able to pair the numbers up and do some magical calculations, and they're going to arrive at a figure that is going to keep you on the right side of the law. You see? Because if I flip through this book, it has different levels of VLT that you could choose from. So the thing that you must do is choose the right one, because to be on the wrong side of the law is not a very pretty place. Yes, you've got a lot to choose from here, but then you can't make the decision. You have to go to the reputable guys, and they're going to be able to help you as best as they can to make the right choices for you. Well, there you have it, folks. Two very happy customers that will be driving away with very specific tints that meets their very specific requirements. Now, don't forget, if you go to a reputable solar film guy like 3M, what you're going to be walking away with is an warranty that's going to be good against cracking, against discoloration, against bubbling and that sort of stuff for at least 5 years. So it's money very well spent. Don't forget, when you're going out there to buy the right tint for you, please make sure that you're doing it within the confines of the law, and do it with a reputable guy, because it just gives you that much more value. Okay, don't forget, we've got much more stuff right here on India, so stay with us. Bye!